So we're doing a bit of a review because we've been gone on spring break, and we already learned about the border property, shorthand for border width, border style, and border color. And we also learned about border radius, and we've also learned about the display property. So some things automatically, like elements, will automatically have the display property of inline. So an element that has the display property of inline is like the span element. And then a lot of properties have the display property of block. So like a div or a paragraph, they take up a whole line and they stack on top of each other like Tetris blocks. There's also inline block where you can take a block element and make it stack inline. And then there's display none, so we've learned about all those. And we've learned about padding, border, and margin. So content, it's got padding around it, and then it's got the border, and then it has margin. And then we have box sizing border box, which means as you change the padding in the border, the size of the element, if you've set the element, it doesn't change the size of the element, like the width or the height. And so that's like the box model is interesting to look at. And I like that one example that we have in class, and it's hard for me to code out quickly because I just haven't been thinking about it. But let's find it here and we'll take a look at it. So box sizing, let's see if this is it. Okay. So no border, I add border, the element got bigger, right? Even though in the code here, in the CSS, I have said the width should be 500 pixels of that div. So this div here, keep that width 500 pixels. But when I added border, it got bigger than 500 pixels. And then if I add box sizing border box, like with these down here, right? So those are box sizing border box. I just kind of made it a class BB. When I change the border, it just squishes the content in. So you guys understand that now, box sizing border box. So that's just a little review of the box model and yeah, and box sizing border box and padding border and margin. Anybody have any questions about that?